Let's feature some of your thoughts and answers to a question or two from our big story last night. We talked about the new I-5 bridge project, and I tagged along for a tour of the bridge with Washington State U.S. Senators Maria Cantwell and Patty Murray. They were there to highlight the $600 million the feds have already committed to the project, though the bridge team is hoping that number grows to well over $2 billion in the months and years to come. Here's a rough look at what the funding looked like for the project. The total price tag is likely between $6 and $7.5 billion, and hello, that could go even higher. Washington and Oregon lawmakers have each pledged to give $1 billion. The bridge team hopes for $2.5 billion from the feds, maybe more, and the rest, well over $1 billion, is expected to come from you and me in the form of tolling. Senator Maria Cantwell surprised me a bit yesterday when I asked her about that, saying that she would be interested to see what the project and proposals look like without any tolls. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be tolls on the new bridge. I still think that's definitely going to happen. But it's not a small thing when one of the key Northwest senators pushing for federal money says something like that. Many of you had plenty to say about the project itself and about the likelihood of those tolls.
This bridge should have been done years ago. It is a main corridor. It is extremely important. Let's get it done. If you have to put some tolls on it, do it. It needs to be done for all kinds of good reasons. Transportation, safety, etc., etc. Let's get this finally done.
All right. Thanks, Meldon, for your comments. Ann wrote into us to say, what is it about Interstate Bridge do the feds not understand? It's a critical part of the federal interstate highway system. Therefore, the federal government needs to pay a majority of the cost. Congresspeople of Washington and Oregon, get busy. No tolls. I will never be in favor of them.
My father was a bridge engineer for the state of Oregon in 1957, and he was an engineer on the southbound bridge that went from Vancouver to Portland. And I remember when that bridge opened the first time, I was a little girl. I got to ride in the back seat of the car, and we were some of the first cars to go southbound on that bridge. And my dad told me that there was going to be a toll, and there was, and that after the toll paid for the bridge, then there wasn't a toll anymore. So I think we should have a toll and get it paid for.
All right, thank you for that. And hey, take a look at this. For those of you who were around during the I-5 bridge tolls back in the day, you will see this and know that it's familiar. It's a token that we used to pay the toll in order to cross the Columbia back then. Now to Alana's point about how that old toll eventually was going to go away, well, that was then, this is now. I don't think the I-5 bridge toll is going to go away once it's put in, even after the bridge is paid for. There's been no official announcement like that, but we're still very early in the process, and the tide of tolling is changing in Oregon, and they're more likely to add additional tolls instead of take any away. All right, anyway, let's get to a question we got last night from Janet.
I would like to know, is they going to take the max across the bridge? That's my question. When they tried to do it a long time ago, when TriMet asked, and Washington didn't want to do it. So I want to know that one.
Yep, great question, Janet. Thanks for that. The light rail component of the project is still very much alive. It's the basis, in fact, for a massive federal grant that the bridge team hopes to secure, likely in the neighborhood of $1 billion. But they're only eligible for that grant if the project includes some kind of mass transit, for example, light rail. So yes, even though many folks in Clark County do not want it, right now it is being planned for. The estimated cost for just the light rail, by the way, between $1.3 and $2 billion. And while we're talking about the bridge, I wanted to share a funny moment with you. It happened yesterday after the big tour, and it involves the College Football National Championship. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell, there on the right, is a huge Husky fan, and the man running the bridge replacement project, Greg Johnson, is a huge Michigan fan, which is why he has a vest with that big yellow M on it. Well, those are the two teams playing for the national championship on Monday night. During the roundtable discussion yesterday about the bridge, Cantwell just could not resist razzing Johnson.
This is truly a team effort, and it goes nowhere without the support of folks like yourself, so thank you.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Isn't that emblem upside down?
We have tried.
I think it's supposed to be the other way.
We'll see you on Monday. Next Monday. If I flip it over, you know what happens.
By the way, as a Washington State graduate myself, I could not resist later pointing out to the senator that she's wearing Cougar colors. I thanked her for her support. She was not amused. It's fun, though, to see that these folks are indeed human, even though we rarely see that personal side of them in their big professional capacities. By the way, Greg Johnson there said that if the Huskies do win, he will wear a UW shirt after the game. Looking forward to that.